Granulomatous inflammation, a form of chronic inflammation characterized by the formation of granulomas. Granulomatous inflammation is a form of chronic inflammation which is characterized by the formation of granuloma. Causes: TB, leprosy, syphilis, sarcoidosis, cat scratch disease, and Crohn's disease. TB, leprosy, and 2C, that is cat scratch disease and Crohn's disease, and 2S, that is syphilis and sarcoidosis. TB, leprosy, syphilis, sarcoidosis, Crohn's disease, and cat scratch disease. Features of granulomatous inflammation: 4 features: epithelioid cells, giant cells, granuloma, and caseous necrosis. The 4 features are epithelioid cell, giant cells, granuloma, and caseous necrosis. Epithelioid cell, giant cell, caseous necrosis, and granuloma. Giant cells are of 2 types: foreign body type and Langerhans type. Giant cells are of 2 types: Langerhans type giant cell and foreign body type. Granuloma is of 2 types: immune granuloma and foreign body granuloma. Okay. So the 4 features of granulomatous inflammation is epithelioid cells, giant cells, caseous necrosis, and granuloma. Okay. Giant cells are of 2 types: Langerhans type and foreign body type. Granuloma is of 2 types: immune granuloma and foreign body granuloma. Epithelioid cells: activated macrophages with pink granular cytoplasm and indistinct cell boundaries. Epithelioid cells are activated macrophages with pink granular cytoplasm and indistinct cell boundaries. Epithelioid cells may fuse to form multinucleate giant cells with abundant cytoplasm and many nuclei. So epithelioid cells may fuse to form the multinucleate giant cells. These epithelioid cells will fuse to form the giant cells, which will be multinucleated and will have abundant cytoplasm. Giant cells are of 2 types: foreign body type and Langerhans type. Foreign body type में the nuclei are arranged in haphazard pattern. Langerhans type में nuclei are arranged in particular pattern. Foreign body type giant cells, the nuclei are arranged in haphazard pattern. Langerhans type giant cells में the nuclei are arranged in a particular pattern. Third feature, granuloma. Aggregates of epithelioid cells surrounded by a rim of lymphocytes. Okay. So granuloma are aggregate of epithelioid cells surrounded by a rim of lymphocytes. Aggregate of epithelioid cells surrounded by a rim of lymphocyte is granuloma. It is of 2 types: immune granuloma and foreign body granuloma. Immune granuloma associated with persistent microbes in the presence of T cell mediated immune response. So immune granuloma is in the presence of T cell mediated immune response. Immune granuloma is associated with persistent microbes in the presence of T cell mediated immune response. Activated Th1 cells produces interferon gamma, which activates the macrophages. So Th1 cells will be activated and produce interferon gamma. These interferon gamma will activate the macrophages. Immune granuloma is associated with persistent microbes in the presence of T cell mediated immune response. The Th1 cells will produce interferon gamma, which will activate the macrophages. Foreign body granuloma, seen with relatively inert foreign bodies like talc and sutures. In the absence of T cell mediated immune response, foreign body granuloma is seen in absence of T cell mediated immune response. Foreign material is usually identified in the center of the granuloma with epithelioid cells and giant cells opposed to its surface. तो foreign body granuloma में foreign material is identified at the center of the granuloma with the epithelioid cells and giant cells opposed to its surface. Caseous necrosis. Scintillating granulomas with central caseous necrosis are seen with TB. So, scintillating granulomas with central caseous necrosis are seen with TB. Non-scintillating granulomas are seen with sarcoidosis एंड क्रोन्स डिजीज़. तो टीबी में सिजेटिंग ग्रैन्युलोमास मिलते हैं और सार्कोइडोसिस और क्रोन्स डिजीज़ में नॉन सिजेटिंग ग्रैन्युलोमास. So granulomatous inflammation is a form of chronic inflammation characterized by the formation of granulomas. Causes TB, leprosy, sarcoidosis, syphilis, cat scratch disease, and Crohn's disease. Features epithelioid cells, giant cells of two type, foreign body type and Langerhans type. Third is granuloma, two types, immune granuloma in the presence of T-cell mediated immune response, foreign body granuloma in the absence of T-cell mediated immune response. Fourth feature, caseous necrosis, epithelioid cell, giant cells, granuloma, two type, immune granuloma and foreign body granuloma. And the last feature is caseous necrosis. Scintillating granulomas are seen in TB and non-scintillating granulomas with sarcoidosis and Crohn's disease. Non-scintillating granulomas with sarcoidosis and Crohn's disease.